Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville once again. It's the guru, Danny Savage. Had to throw that one in there because the beard is just looking glorious today. Years ago, when I started to grow it, one of my friends who's been rocking a beard forever, he said, it's crazy, but you have good days, beards, you have bad days. And it's the truth. But then we have another saying where I used to work that only a real man can grow a beard. It's funny when you see the dudes with pubic hairs on their face. It's kind of comical. All right, listen. I'll be pumping out a few sleepers later. If you like the video, sub and subscribe. It don't cost a dime. I'm going to be pumping out, like I said, 2 sleepers later. And then mañana, I'm going to be dropping 20 defensive tackles. And then Saturday, we're going to start running backs. So this is Dallas Cowboy mock 80.0. Yeah, 80. We've done 80 of them already. It's just a fun way to talk about different people. And trust me, the closer we get to the draft, I have a million different versions of mock drafts just to make them fun. Also, and it's just a fun way for you guys to hear about people, look them up. All right. We also know when I do mock drafts, I have to talk about different people. I can't talk about the same people all the time because that is boring. So I picked 12. I'm going to pick a kid. Amazing Creations. Thank you. GWO for life. Cortland Sutton. Thank you for pushing my channel. I appreciate it. Amazing Creations. Like I said, we have to talk about different people. And I'm going to talk about a kid that I've never drafted yet. And there's a reason. At pick 12, Dallas selects Trectoria McMillan, wide receiver, Arizona. All right. Listen, the kid is 6'5", 212. Over the last 2 years, he's had close to 3,000 yards and 18 touchdowns. His 40's all over the place. Listen, man, it is what it is. He originally came out of the Pac-12, and then in 2024, Arizona transferred over to the Big 12. Neither division plays defense. Now, I get it, man. Dallas has gotten lucky with Dez. Dallas has gotten lucky with Lamb. The Lions got Amon St. Brown. But for every one of those, there are 1,000 busts wide receivers from the Pac-12 and the Big 12. Listen, don't take my word for it. In the fall, look at the over-unders on the Big 12. They're basketball scores. They're triple digits. They don't play defense. Now, if this kid would have put up these numbers in the SEC, the Big Ten, would I be higher on him? Yeah, but I'm not. I'm just not. And I've said it since May. It's a below average wide receiver class. After like 5, 6 guys, it like falls off a cliff. But I just don't see. Listen, could this guy turn into Calvin Johnson 2.0? Absolutely. Yeah. And God bless him if he does. But I'm going to go by my law of averages. Perfect example. I hate BYU offensive linemen. I'm not lying. You can look this up. 5-0. In the last 50 years, there's been one good Matthew Golden. And he's to me, Matthew Golden is Brandon Cooks 2.0. That's just my opinion. Which is, I mean, we do need someone to stretch the defense, but a tall wide receiver would be nice, or somebody just with good hands, a possession receiver too. So BYU in the last 50 years, and I'm not exaggerating, you can look it up, 50, BYU has had one good offensive lineman, and that was in the 1980s. A cat, Billy Ard. He played center for the Giants. So, and like I told you, I've been doing this since I was a kid. So last year, everyone was hyped up on Kingsley Sumu. He was Panay Sewell's cousin, and I'm just like, they show him jumping out of the pool, and I get it. It's all that's freak. The kid's an athletic freak, but I really didn't see it in college. He really didn't do anything his first year in Kansas City. And granted, listen, we fool around. I give people nicknames. It really takes about 3 to 4 years before you can properly grade a draft class. But I just didn't see it. And I went my law of averages. I go, yo, if this college produces one good offensive lineman every 50 years, I'll take my chances and I'll put them as high as everybody else. And so far, so good. But like I said, this is my first mock draft I've drafted Victoria McMillan. Like I said, he's tall. I think he's stiff a little bit, to be honest with you. He wasn't at the combine. He didn't run at the combine. And when you get like these pro schools, when they have their pro days, yo, the times could be everywhere, all over the board. Like a guy can have a 4.9, a guy can have a 4.5. Then you're gonna have the people that are gonna inflate his numbers. Is this guy Megatron 2.0? No, I just don't see it. Could I be wrong? Yeah, I could be wrong. It is what it is. I give you the good, I give you the bad. Next, 44, Dallas picks Donovan Iwazuki, Boston College edge. Bro, this kid is getting, a lot of these kids I've picked, like, they're getting no love at all. Little on the smaller side than I like at my edges. I like my edges big, but we got to talk about different people. 6'2", 250, 37 tackles and 17 sacks. Yo, the kid has a nonstop motor, crazy bend. Like I said, we got to talk about different people, but yo, no one, and it's a crazy, and I get it. It is ridiculous. Ridiculous edge class, ridiculous defensive tackle class. Like I said, manana, I'll be dropping 20 more defensive tackles. Saturday, I'm starting running backs, and maybe Sunday. I still got 10 more edges I got to drop. So, like I said, the only thing on him would be is he a third down pass rusher? He is tough. He ain't gonna be able to. He's not a 3 down edge. He's not. But if you can get me that sacks as a third down pass rusher, I'm cool with that in round 2. But like I said, we're talking about different people. Pick 76. Dallas picks Caleb Johnson, Iowa. It's amazing. It seems like a lot of people are cooling off on this kid. I don't see it. No, when I say I don't see it, I don't see the cooling off period. Listen, I give you the good, I give you the bad. The kid has a nice size, 6'1", 220. He combined, and now perfect example. Iowa, Big Ten, running back. Yes. Hello, people. I like that. Austin Gentry. He played up against St. Mary's School of the Blind. He played up against 2 tough teams, Oregon and Penn State. Granted, did he have good games against Oregon and Penn State? Yes. But let me tell you something, especially at a skill position, any position, there's a difference in having 2 good games and having 15 good games. It's just like the guy at the end of the year that comes off the bench and looks great because everybody else is beat up, worn down, injured. Guy that comes off the bench is fresh, lifts, not injured. You got to take all that into consideration. So Caleb Johnson, 6'1", 220, Iowa. He combines for 1,800 yards, 23 TDs. Listen, man, I say it all the time. I give the good, I give the bad. The only knock on him, and I'm going to say it, is he's a one-year wonder. And I throw that out there because when you're in what I do for a business, it's not a business, it's just what I do. I give you, there's so many channels. All they say is the pluses, the pluses, the pluses. Yo, I don't care if you take Sasha Banks tomorrow out on a date, Nicki Minaj. There's going to be pluses and there's going to be a negative somewhere. You know what I'm trying to say? So I give you the good and the bad. Caleb Johnson was pretty much a one-year wonder, but Iowa did get a new coaching in 2024. And I've said for years, Iowa runs a crazy, crazy, crazy conservative offense. So that could have been handcuffing him, and this kid could just be a straight ass monster. He's a top 5 running back. I can't see how anyone leaves him out, but he's a top 5. And now here's a kid who, it's ironic. He's flying up the boards. Yet I've been talking about this kid for months and months and months. And I've said SMU got 3 monster defensive linemen. This kid came out, no one was even talking about him. He was ranked like in the 400s. Now they're talking to him like he's a 4th round pick. Elijah Roberts. I'm going to put defensive lineman, SMU, because he's played edge. He's 6'4", 280. Yo, straight monster versus the run. Monster. 17 solo tackles, 2 forced fumbles. Now here's the cherry on top. 8 sacks. So he's 6'4", like I said, 280 to 300. And he plays bigger than that. So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know with him. Someone going to slide him to 3 tech? Because also when I look at players, I look at who they are, but also what they can be. You have to think outside the box, man, especially when it comes to drafting people and putting them on your team. So you can leave him outside. He's a sick run stuffer, and he gets to the quarterback. Am I going to say he has the best bend in the world? No. He's a little stiffity stiff, but that's not bad. I'll take it. 171, is a kid no one is talking about, man. And Dylan Sampson, running back, Tennessee. He's 5'11", 200 pounds, ripped off like 1,700 yards, and I think he had over 20 touchdowns. Hold on. Just gotta see. I'm doing this off the top of my... Yeah. He had 1,500 yards and 22 touchdowns at Tennessee. Pick 171. But it's that crazy of a running back class that he's probably going to go round 4, round 5. If not lower. He's just not getting any love. And he's going on my sleeper list because he's not. And this kid has jets. If he was a little bit taller, he'd be in people's top 5s, top 10s, 100% with those numbers. Listen, I don't want to put my secrets out there yet. People are going to be shocked where they see him on my top 30 running back list. Next, pick 174. Cam Jackson, defensive tackle, Florida, 6'6", 350. Let's be honest, man. Dallas's defensive line we don't even have a defensive line. Let's be honest. We went out and signed just bodies, basically signed corpses in free agency. All busts, former first round picks. It's like the former first round. It's like if you went into your black book and called up all your ex girlfriends and invited them over. That's what Dallas's free agency class looks like when it comes to. But this kid, boom. So right off the bat, we got 3D linemen already. It's looking good. 2 monsters, 1 speedster. Boom! Next kid, 204. Yo, can we honestly say we don't have any safeties on this team? And they resigned. I know they resigned Bell and Wanye Thomas. Bell is on the smaller side, but we'll address that. I do like Bell. I do like Wanye Thomas. He has heart. He plays bigger than his size. He's not a big cat. Good special teamer. But at 204, yo, Malachi Moore, safety, Alabama. He's a bad man. Bad man. I'm telling you, bro, it is an above average safety class. This safety class blows the corners, blows the cornerback positions. Wow. 6 foot 200, 40 tackles, 2 interception, 8 passes defense. This kid has like 5 years of very, very, very good production. I like to comp people sometimes. If I want to comp him to somebody, I would comp him to a Earl Thomas, but he's no way as physical in the run department. And he's laying the pipe. No way. But that's great value at 204. 211, Jack Nelson, offensive tackle, Wisconsin, 6'7", 330. He's only started Big Ten, Wisconsin. Come on, bro. There's teams that we know. You get a Wisconsin offensive lineman, 9 times out of 10, you're good. Same thing with Penn State, Michigan, Boston College produces great offensive linemen. So Jack Nelson, 6'7", 330, offensive tackle, Wisconsin. He has started 50 games in his college career, 37 at left tackle, 13 at right tackle. So, I don't know. It seems like I'm the only one, me and one of my friends, we're like the only ones that are like saying that the offensive line is atrocious and it's bad. No one seems to think that, but whatever. Here's another kid, and he's going to make my sleeper list too, man. No one is giving this kid love, but unfortunately, he's coming out with a great edge class, and he's going to be on my sleeper list too. I've dropped 25 sleepers. I'll be dropping 2 more today. I'm not going to get to him, though. I have other kids. I got 2 kids from the HBCU I want to drop. This kid at pick 239, Xavier Carlton, edge, University of California. Yo, here's another kid. He could slide inside eventually. 6'6", great length, 275. Bro, this kid is a couple of Happy Meals. Well, not Happy Meals. This kid is a couple double quarter pounders from being a 3 tech. Good verse to run, 20 career sacks. He had 9 sacks in 2024. Cal had a shitty year. I know they went to that ACC. It was like an up and down year for Cal. So, no one is talking about this kid. Nobody. And he's going to be a day 3 steal for somebody. Like I said, in 2024, 21 tackles, 9 sacks, 6'6", 275. So you can leave him at edge, has good bend, or if you want, you could throw 25 pounds. I always think about, if somebody gets I hate to use it as an example, but when Dallas lost a few DNs, they're like, oh, let's put Micah at the end. He played the end in in high school. But I always look to see where else we can put someone if there's injuries. And the next kid is the perfect example because it looks like I'm drafting 2 safeties in this draft, but I'm not. And his name is at pick 247. This kid's a blip. No one's even talking about him. Hunter Waller, safety, Wisconsin. This kid is a straight up tackling machine. 6'2", 220, and he's a bully. I look at him as a linebacker. I look at him, you have to realize when you're a young kid, also, like, real quick, getting back to Dylan Sampson from Tennessee, yo, he's only 20 years old, bro, and no one's talking about him. But Hunter Waller, in my opinion, he's going to be playing linebacker for somebody. He's just a straight up bully. He had 60 solo tackles in 2024. He had 74 solo tackles in 2023 in the Big Ten. 6'2", 220, and he has legit, I'm not lying, he has the frame to carry like an extra 15, 20 pounds. Legit. I see him as a linebacker. He plays best in the box versus the run, but also he's not a liability versus the pass. I watched this kid for a few years, man. I like Big Ten. I like SEC. I like the ACC. Big 12 games are fun. They score a lot of points. Pac-12. Listen, I like football, period, bro. MAC, anything, bro. During the week, I watch football, especially during the season. Tuesday night, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights. There's always late games from the West Coast. They usually throw a Hawaii game, and that gets off at 4 in the morning. That's why when Sundays come, if Dallas isn't even on TV, I won't even watch a game. I'm burnt out, man. That's how I've been since I was a kid. I've always just preferred college football. But that is Dallas mock draft 80.0. Let's see. We came out of this draft with 3 defensive linemen, 1 offensive tackle, 2 running backs. You can say 2 safeties, but really a safety, a linebacker, a wide receiver, 2 running backs. And if you notice, the running backs was 1 speedster, 1 bruiser. Listen, I've done a million drafts where I've triple dipped at running back because, if a position is a strength, and I know you need stuff, but why would you go and just hypothetically, man, if you have a running back on the board in the 4th round and it's the 7th round and you need a defensive tackle, but that running back is still staring you in the face and you had a 4th round grade on him, how are you going to pass him? And you can go that for safety, defensive tackle, edge. You have to go BPA, man. If Dallas doesn't get this draft, if Dallas doesn't nail this draft, I'm sorry, man. Fire Will McClay, fire Stephen Jones. That's going to be the new hashtags. Because, 3 bad drafts in a row, this team's a decade away, man. Seriously. Giants are I don't sound like a broken record. The Giants are a quarterback away from this being they have a quarterback away from, and a few offensive linemen away from Dallas being the worst team in the NFC East. And Philadelphia's young. Washington's young. Ironically, they just signed Michael Gallup. I guess he got a new knee. And the Giants, they got to get a quarterback. But if they just get a guy to plug in for 1 year, Giants have a young defense. Giants have young skill positions. So it is what it is. Mock draft 80.0. You're going to get another 100 from now to the draft. And later on, I will be dropping 2 more sleepers. So we'll have sleeper 26 and sleeper 27. Because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO for life. Amazing creations. Thank you for jumping in the chat.